Hey guys, we're going to be telling the scariest experience of, one of the scariest experiences of my life. And it's just going to be this continuous image. It's not going to be a really good animation. It's just you'll see for the new story of a video that's going up. Alright, so let's get started. I just gotta think. Oh yeah. Well, this is just gonna be one. I'll tell a couple of them and see where it goes. So this one's starting out not too terribly scary. But alright. I was out with part of my family, with my cousin Talon and my niece Paisley, with my Aunt Alina and Talon's dad. So we went out swimming towards a place near their house, close to their house, in this open part of a river where there's a dam blocked off that made a really good swimming hole. So then we were in the middle of swimming, and Talon's dad went up to our jump spot where we just climbed up and then jumped into the water. And he looked over and then looked back at the water, then looked over with wide eyes and quickly jumped, and then told everyone to get out of the water. And we were all really, really confused. And then he started looking down, and there was this black thing down there. He didn't even know what it was up on the hill. He knew it was something watching them, and it was watching us. And he told us to get out of the water, and it wandered downstream. There's this broken old road part, and he probably snuck over around where the trees were on the other side of it and went to the other side. Talon and I were uncertain on what it was. We didn't think it was a bear, because if it was a bear, it would have been moving. But it looked like someone was standing there. And it was just so nerve-wracking for us to feel like that. And on our way back to the path that we left on, we saw the same thing in the woods. And it was kind of peeking out of the bush. Didn't move. So we started to pick up pace. Everyone else did too, but they didn't really look back. They just noticed us starting to pick up pace, and they did as well. Talon and I got back to the house. I went into his room and sat on top bunk. He sat on bottom. And he said, "That was kind of creepy, huh?" And I commented, "Yeah. The worst thing is that it never, ever moved." "What do you mean? It followed us." "It never moved. We never saw it move." Well, that's the end of that one. Let's get to a creepier one that happened a little bit more recently. I was out with my friend Sierra in the backwoods, really close to her house. We were building a fort, and we were starting to work on it, and we started going for walks around to find some old logs and sticks. We walked around a certain area, and I started hearing something circling. It was really unsettling. This went on for about 3 minutes. And then I heard something, not a stick, but something hit the ground. I hesitantly went towards the area of the noise, and I saw a white lighter more recently on the ground. Yet I tried to light it, it sparked. It had been waterlogged or almost empty, because it was raining at the time. We started walking around, and I stopped by a tree, and just everything started to feel off, like I was being watched. I explained how I was feeling, and a weird thing that's occurred in between multiple people and I, it's a dream that we've all experienced. And we're not in the same house. It's always been very creepy. Sometimes with really cool plots, but every time we see a man, kind of coalescing with the last story, a black figure. It's not the best thing. It's not my favorite thing to see, but I told her mainly about the dreams, and that she could probably go into the dreams too, and a few of my friends haven't. But it's just so weird to think of it. And I just kept feeling like we were being... I didn't tell her about this at all, but I kept having this feeling that there was something in the closet, or at least watching us. I didn't want to scare her, so I didn't do anything. I didn't tell her. It just, everything felt off ever since then. Got back home and everything was fine. I wonder if she was feeling the same thing too. Alright, we have enough time for one more story. Let's see. Oh, let's go to one that's not too terribly long ago. I was home alone. My parents were out at pool, and it was the night that they were going to be gone longer. And I was sitting on my bed, just minding my own business. And I swore my door was open, just because I left it open. And I swear I saw something move. I looked up, and I saw my dog's tail. I assumed it was the dog moving from one place to another. Didn't think anything of it. So I got back on my computer. A little bit later, I heard a little bit of a thud. It was a bit unsettling, but I still didn't think much of it. Until soon after, I heard a little bit of mumbling. My TV was on and at low volume. And it didn't sound like it was from the TV, but I also ignored that. Till the one thing that really threw me off was that I heard music. And this was at a time that it was just my TV. My computer was off, so was my phone, and my TV was playing a talk. And my TV was playing a show that doesn't have music. And plus, even sometimes it does have music, but it wasn't at any scenes. It was iCarly. It was at a time that it wasn't during the web show, and no noise. And it wasn't like a really creepy music. It was like a ringtone coming from below me. I quickly and quietly got out of my room and got the biggest knife out of my kitchen. I conjured up the courage to look under my bed. Nothing was there, not even a phone. Then I also thought of another thing. We are two-story, I guess, with a basement. And the downstairs storage room was right below my room. I didn't go down there. I went up to the door and thought in my head, no, it's stupid. I'm gonna get myself killed if there actually is someone down there. So I didn't. And I stayed up till my parents got home. And yes, it was a school night, but I didn't care. I wasn't gonna let my guard down, especially knowing that there was someone in my house, and even texted him that I heard someone in this house. So they came home as quick as they can, and they searched everywhere. They didn't find anybody. But the same thing, some weirder things happened really close after that. I was out at my bus stop the next day, and a white pickup pulled up next to me. I started slowly backing away, and they pulled away. Then the next time I was home alone, I saw that exact same pickup stop in front of my house again. It scared me. And I thought they dropped someone off. So I didn't get any sleep that night. And the last thing that's happened in a while is that car coming into my driveway. I'm just scared for whoever that drives that car coming up to my doorway next. Well, those are my 3 creepy stories to tell you guys. I know it's just out of the blue, but, I'm bored. And I like uploading. So, and remember that last story? I'm home alone right now. Keep you updated. See you later.